welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Carter, and I'm the traveler behind A Typical Vagabond. I explore Portugal, Europe, and beyond, sharing the ups and downs as life as a digital nomad and a full-time travel vlogger. Now, have you ever wondered what YouTube actually pays a small creator like me when they finally get monetized? I know I did, but I just had my very first full month of monetization here in August 2025, and today I'm pulling back the curtain. And there's no fluff, no fake guru nonsense. I'm giving you the real numbers, straight from my own channel. And here's my promise to you. By the end of this video, not only will you know exactly how much I earned in my first month, but you'll also walk away with a clear picture of what those numbers really mean if you're thinking about starting your own channel, or if you ever dreamt of traveling the world while building a digital nomad lifestyle. Because let's be honest, you've seen those clickbait thumbnails of YouTubers holding stacks of money, and they're claiming that they made thousands right away. For me, that wasn't my story. And if you're starting fresh, it probably won't be yours either. But the truth is far more interesting and way more helpful than the hype. So buckle in, fellow travelers. Let me take you behind the scenes of what monetization really looks like from someone editing in train stations, uploading on shaky cafe Wi-Fi, and chasing both stories and revenue while living abroad here in Portugal. You know, getting monetized on YouTube isn't some magical overnight moment. For me, it was years of work. Picture this, me hunched over a laptop in a noisy hostel common room, trying to edit a video while backpackers are throwing back beers 3 feet away, or me on a train across Portugal, praying the shaky Wi-Fi would let me upload before my stop. Or sitting in a tiny Airbnb kitchen at 2 in the morning, scrubbing through footage of cobblestone streets, wondering if anyone would even care enough to watch. That's been the grind. Not glamorous, not viral, but piece by piece. Video by video, subscriber by subscriber, the channel slowly grew. There were so many moments where I thought, why am I even doing this? The editing, it was endless. The views, sometimes they would trickle down slower than molasses. And every time, the algorithm seemed to change. I felt like I was back at square one. Whew. But here's the thing. Every comment that I got from someone saying, hey, this helped me plan my trip, or I never knew about that hidden gem in Portugal, that kept me going. And eventually, all those hours, they stacked up. Then one day, I woke up, logged into YouTube, and there it was. I'd finally crossed the line. Over 1,000 subscribers, over 4,000 hours of watch time. The little banner that said, congratulations, you can now apply for monetization. I'll be honest, I may have done a little bit of a fist pump in the kitchen that morning, but hey, it was a fantastic feeling. For me, in getting monetized, my strategy was to look at the numbers for the hours watched, because I thought that this would be the part where if I'm building good content and people are watching, then they're going to be watching and watching and watching, and eventually they're going to start subscribing and subscribing and subscribing. So for me, the metric of 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 views hours was all about the view hours first. So I had the view hours before I ended up getting to the 1,000 subscribers. So, you know, what happened was, after years of work, late nights, endless edits, and more coffee than I care to admit, what did that first month of being monetized actually look like? Drum roll, please. In August, my channel, A Typical Vagabond, earned a grand total of $40.35. Yeah, $40.35. Not thousands, not hundreds, not enough to cover my rent in Portugal. But you know what? I am thrilled, because those $40 weren't just numbers on a screen, they were proof. Proof that all the long hours weren't wasted, that people are watching, and that YouTube is actually willing to chip in for the ride. To put it in another perspective, that's about 8,668 views, nearly 377 hours of watch time, and 30 new subscribers in a single month in August, which works out to an RPM, a revenue per mil, or revenue per 1,000 views of about $4.65 for travel content. And the research that I've done, that actually shows that it's right on par. Some niches like finance or tech pay way higher, but this channel is about adventure, hidden gems, and storytelling. And for me, seeing those numbers, feeling like YouTube is saying, yes, Carter, keep going, you're on the right track. So no, I can't retire on this, but I can buy a train ticket to Lisbon or Porto. I can cover a few hostel nights, and I can definitely fund a mountain of pastéis de natas. So now, let's dig a little bit deeper into my stats, because that $40.35 didn't come from just one viral video. It's spread across a bunch of different uploads. And here's where it gets interesting. My top earner for the month was my video top 5 cities to visit in Portugal. That one alone brought in just over $7. Not exactly paying my bills per se, but that video is what we call evergreen. People keep searching for it because it's useful and it keeps trickling in views every single day. Next up was my Guimarães, Portugal's hidden gem video, pulling in around $3.90. And then exploring Dresh, Portugal with another $2.70. And rounding out the list were videos like Porto, the perfect budget travel guide, and Valença, Portugal, the hidden gem you must visit. Both adding a little over $1 each. Now, what I love about this, some of these videos weren't months old, or even close to a year old, and they're still earning. That's the beauty of YouTube. Your older work doesn't just disappear, it stacks. One video earns a few dollars, another earns a couple more, and before you know it, you've got this little snowball effect. So even though the numbers look small right now, every piece of content I create has the potential to keep giving back week after week, month after month, and year after year. And honestly, seeing even $1 pop up from a video I uploaded last year, it's kind of amazing. It feels like the algorithm is sending me a postcard saying, hey, remember this video? People are still watching it. Now, here's why this tiny little paycheck actually matters, especially if you're a digital nomad or you want to be one. $40 on its own, hey, it doesn't sound like much. It won't pay for my rent in Portugal. It won't cover a flight across Europe. But what it does represent is one more income stream. And that is the magic of the digital nomad lifestyle. You don't rely on just one paycheck or one client. You build multiple streams. Maybe you freelance, maybe you teach online, maybe you do affiliate links, and maybe you're growing a YouTube channel as well. Each one feeds into the bigger picture of making travel sustainable. Think of it like this. YouTube isn't your full-time boss. It's that side hustle that quietly hands you a little bonus every month, just for sharing the journey that you're already living. And over time, those little bonuses, they can grow into something meaningful. For me, that $40 was enough to cover a few train rides across Portugal. Or I could, next month, use the money to go to a couple hostels or a week's worth of strong Portuguese coffee. And as a nomad, that's huge. And every dollar that I earn online, that lets me keep going, keep creating, and keep sharing this lifestyle with all of you. And honestly, knowing that my videos are about hidden gems, budget tips, and cultural adventures are not just inspiring people, but they're also slowly funding the next trip. That's the best motivator that I could ask for. All right, let's hit pause just for 1 second. First, I want to say a huge thank you to all of you who have subscribed and supported this channel. Seriously, you're the reason I can even talk about monetization today. Without you watching, commenting, and sharing, none of this would be possible. Now, I totally get it. Money is tight. Hey, it's tight for me too. That's actually why I'm dropping this little message right in the middle of the video. If you want to take your support one step further, I set up a YouTube membership page. Becoming a member helps me keep creating, helps me improve the content, and honestly, it means the world. And if your joining isn't in your budget right now, no worries at all. You can still support the channel by simply sharing this video with a friend or two who might enjoy it. That kind of support is just as valuable and keeps this adventure rolling. So thank you again for being here. You're not just viewers, you're part of this journey with me. So what did I actually learn from this first month of being monetized? The biggest lesson: consistency beats perfection. Honestly, some of my top earning videos weren't the fanciest or the most polished. They were the ones that people could find and use. Videos that answered questions like how to travel on a budget or showed hidden gems in Portugal. Another lesson: evergreen content is gold. That video about the top 5 cities in Portugal, I made it months ago and it's still earning every day. If you're just starting out, think about topics that stay relevant, not just the latest trend that fades in a week. That's great for TikTok, but not over here on YouTube. And don't wait for everything to be perfect before you hit upload. I filmed videos with shaky hands, edited them on borrowed Wi-Fi, and posted them later than I planned. And you know what? They still connected with people. So if you're out there dreaming of starting your own channel, whether traveling, teaching, cooking, whatever your passion is, do not overthink it. Start messy. Stay consistent and let your story unfold. Because monetization isn't the finish line. It's just a milestone. It's YouTube giving you a little nod that says, keep going, you're on the right track. And hey, before we wrap this up, do me a solid. If you got something out of this video, hit that like button. It really helps the algorithm know that this content is worth sharing. Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Maybe tell me what you're working on. Or if you're thinking about starting your own channel, I read them all. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. That way, you'll never miss the next travel adventure or behind the scenes look at digital nomad life. And finally, share this video with a friend. You never know, this might be the push that they need to start telling their own story. Seriously, all those small actions, they add up in a big way, and they help me keep this journey going. So, here we are, full circle. Back in the promise I made you in the beginning. I told you I'd share exactly how much YouTube paid me in my very first month of monetization. And more importantly, what those numbers really mean. $40.35, that's the number. It's not glamorous, it's not clickbait, but hey, it's real. And for me, it's priceless because it proves the dream is working. It proves that all those late nights, all those coffees and shaky cafes, all those hours editing on trains across Portugal, it's not just a hobby. They're the foundation of something that can grow into something big. And if you're watching this thinking about starting your own channel, whether you're a traveler, a dreamer, or a digital nomad in the making, remember this: you don't need thousands of dollars right away. What you need is momentum, consistency, and the willingness to tell your story, even when the numbers feel small. Because small numbers add up, and every video you post is a brick in the house you're building. So if you take one thing from this video, let it be this: don't wait. Start now. Share your story. Someone out there needs to hear it. And hey, monetization isn't the finish line. It's just the first signpost that says, hey, you're on the right path. Keep going. And for me, that's worth far more than $40. And until then,